It's a pleasant Sunday afternoon, and hello and welcome to ZBC Sports, where we are bringing you the Castle Lager Premiership live from our studios in Pockets Hill. And today we have a big game. We have NGEZI Platinum Stars who will be playing against Highlanders Iboso. My name is Maxwell Mandiswitza, and in studio I'm joined by Joseph Kani and Coach Bex as well. You have been around, you have been doing the Castle Lager Premiership so far, and it has been a very good season as far as we have gone as well. And we probably saw the best game of the season, I would say, when we saw the Harare Derby, Cape United against Dynamos. The fans were filling the ground as well. It was a very good game to watch as well on the field of play. Your take, Coach Bex, on how the season has been so far?
So far, the season has been very good. I think even when we look at the log at the moment, we have seen Caps being on top of the log, and everyone thought Caps were going to be going with it without anyone challenging. And last week, the other week, we saw Hard Rock being on top, and Caps took over last week. And this week, Hard Rock are now leading on goal difference, but same points, 27 points. And when we look at the fans themselves, in matches which are being played, like in Shamva there, Rufaro Stadium, Barberfield Stadium, we have seen fans coming back, and the number of fans tells you there is some bit of change which has happened in our football. And I want to believe we need to build as much as we can on that. And even when you watch some of the games which are being played, excellent football being played, especially yesterday we saw FC Platinum and Chicken Inn. It was really a tightly contested game which was separated by just one goal.
And Joseph Kani, a pleasant welcome to you as well, to this game as well. A beautiful setup that we have today. Highlanders, the team at home, playing at Barberfields as well. They managed to beat the High Riders Hard Rock in a game that many people would have thought Highlanders were not going to get something from that. But that goal from Reason Sibada, a spectacular goal as well, to give credit to him. Do you think that now Highlanders can build from that win? And with Benjamin Marwaru, who has had a lot of pressure as well towards the start of the season, can they now push forward and challenge and even perhaps finish in the top 4, top 3 of the log table?
Yes, I think, thank you for having me this afternoon. Yeah, I think Highlanders now have every reason to believe that they've turned around their ship. They've had a faltering start, and now after winning 2 consecutive games, I think that should be good reason enough for them to start believing that, okay, guys, we have stabilized our fall, we can turn around this fortune, and now we can start talking about climbing up the ladder. Because if you look at even their trend, Highlanders has always been a fortress at Emagumeni, Barberfield Stadium, and I'm hoping that that vibe will soon be restored at Barberfield Stadium, where the fans will continue to come back and back Benjani Marwar. We also know that Benjani had maybe a difficult start in his tenure at Highlanders, but now with the 2 wins that they've clocked, I think fans maybe now can begin to warm up to Benjani Marwar, because we can all see what Benjani is doing at Highlanders. It has only been the finishing up top that has been their biggest letdown. But now that they've won 2 games in a row, this coming in as a third opportunity to continue in that vein. Yeah, I think Boso fans have every reason to believe that now we are on course.
And the team that is playing away from home is NGEZI Platinum Stars. Stubborn they have been, Coach Bex, NGEZI Platinum Stars. Probably now the only remaining unbeaten team in the Premiership as well. Now sitting 4th with 22 points. They've had 12 games so far, 5 wins and 7 draws as well. Highlanders have been equally stubborn, but do you think now with the goals coming in for Highlanders, especially from the likes of Reason Sibanda, as we saw over that game, are they going to be the one to break this unbeaten run of NGEZI Platinum Stars?
Yes, when we look at NGEZI Platinum, I think they started the season very well, winning some of the games which no one gave them the chance to win. But I think my only worry is the last 2 games. They went to Hunters at Yada. They drew that game. And Hunters is one of the weakest in the league, and I was expecting them to be winning. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Last weekend again, they played against a weak side, Tel 1, and they drew that game. And with that now, it's really worrying that going to Highlanders who are fired up, are they going to be able to hold on and get another draw
at least,
or win the game itself? Because when they play big teams at times, they tend to raise up their game, and I hope they're going to be raising up their game today against Highlanders so that at least they might end up collecting 3 points, but it's not going to be easy for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's just talk a little bit about NGEZI Platinum Stars as well, the team that really went on through and over the transfer period as well, after their coach that left them, Textual Chiragwi, going to Caps United as well, taking some of those players with him, and now they look like they've been playing so well, sitting fourth as well. What are their prospects? Are they clear title challenges? Can they play to the tempo of the likes of Hard Rock and, of course, Caps United, who have been flying as well? Or is it that form that takes away a lot of draws from their game, those 2 poles that they continue to lose? What needs to be done for NGEZI Platinum Stars, at least to be title challengers?
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll place NGEZI Platinum as part of the title challengers, as it were. Right? Why? Because if you look at the way they started the season, they were coming from a transfer ban. So they looked downward in their juniors pool to see who they can promote and bring up to play for the first team. And that, for me, has been a box that has been ticked as a job well done. Because the young boys that have come in on behalf of NGEZI Platinum have come in and showed that, guys, we are as good as anyone in the league. Yes. But right now, NGEZI Platinum are the only team that hasn't been beaten. Okay? And they are oozing with that aura, they are oozing with that confidence that we can still do it. But now, for me, coming into this particular game, I looked at their last 5 visits to Baba Fields. They haven't won a game in their last 5 trips at Baba Fields. The best that they've gotten has been 4 draws. They've only lost once against Highlanders in their last 4 trips to Baba Fields. So they have every reason to believe.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. And I think I'll give them a chance maybe to pull their weight in the league, but maybe not necessarily to win the league title itself. For me, that's a big ask. If you look at the roster of juniors that they have in their books, maybe give them a year or 2. If they don't disrupt that group, if they don't dislodge that camp or disturb that camp, I think maybe a year or 2, NGEZI Platinum could be a problem in the league.
All right, just before that, Coach Beck, so we're just going to link you to Baba Fields, where we have Sandra Maganye waiting to give you some updates towards the build-up of this game.
Continue with match day 13 in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. We'll welcome you to Barberfield Stadium in the beautiful city of Kings and Queens, where Highlanders Football Club are preparing to host NGEZI Platinum Stars. This is a big one with 2 coaches that have been maybe on a good run. Highlanders coming from that 1-0 victory over Hard Rock, and NGEZI Platinum Stars unbeaten throughout the season so far. So what a matchup that we have today. You talk about the atmosphere. Since the morning, it has been quite sunny with slight winds, but you know, if you have been to Barberfield before, this stadium has a temperature of its own, as some of the people are already wearing coats. It's a little bit cool, and I believe that the players are quite excited about that, because that is the temperature that you'd want to have going into any match day. In terms of just the field of play, Bulawayo Chiefs yesterday hosted Hard Rock in a game that they were defeated by 2-0. But in terms of just the turf in itself, it is looking quite good despite hosting a game yesterday. There are some small patches where you can see that there has been a bit of friction, but all is set. It is quite level and good, but what we haven't seen is that the field hasn't been watered since this morning. So that means that the coaches have to bring into consideration that there will be a lot of friction between the ball and the grass. So a little bit more effort has to be put in terms of making those passes. But I'm pretty sure both coaches have this one in the bag. In terms of the fans, the 12th men, we all know that coming to Barberfield or anywhere else where Highlanders are playing, it is not an easy game, as the fans always do come out in their numbers. Slowly, as we're getting closer to the game, we are seeing that the stands are filling up quite nicely. As I am just looking around, black and white, that is the usual color. But NGEZI Platinum Stars fans as well, they are coming in slowly but surely. But we all know that Barberfield is the home for Highlanders. So what a matchup that we have for you today here in the beautiful city of Kings and Queens, and it is quite exciting. Waiting to see how this one ends. Two coaches, Coach Mutuwekuziva hasn't received a defeat. You talk about Coach Benjani Mwariwari, one defeat, so it's quite exciting to see how this one pans out. So we're getting back to the studio as you guys continue with the analysis.
Thank you so much, Sandra. And we just saw that beautiful scene from Baba Field Stadium as well. And the Highlanders fans do make sure that they support their team. And I think if you're interested in Highlanders, you would be sure to acknowledge the fact that they've probably got some of the best supporters all around as well. But she was talking about the pitch, and we have had this issue where even Rufaro Stadium has been used for a number of games, probably hosting more than 2 games in a weekend. Does that take away from the kind of football that we see as well in terms of the issue of us not having enough stadia as it stands as well? But it looks like they might be doing well, as we are just going to be looking at those arrivals, those teams coming through as well. And we have Baba Fields Highlanders, the home team as well, just coming off that bus arriving. And as we see the players getting off that bus, coming back to Baba Fields Highlanders after a beautiful win at Hard Rock as well. They have to forget about that, Benjani Marari and his teams, and refocus on the game at hand, the game at home as well, against NGEZI Platinum Stars, Coach Bex as well. How do you switch on from that win, thinking in your mind, and focus on the game at hand?
Yes, I'm sure as we look at
the
the jerseys of the players, the first thing the coach maybe could be thinking about is make sure that we played against Triangle at home. We managed to collect 3 points.
Yep.
This is what we want to do against NGEZI. As much as we might want to forget about the Hard Rock game,
Yep.
but psychologically it's a game which will help us to go forward, because when we went there, no one gave us a chance to win that game, but we managed to play our cards properly. And today, against a tricky customers, NGEZI, who are difficult,
Yep.
we are a difficult team, we need to make sure that we organize ourselves, play our game as much as we can. When we get an opportunity, let's use the half chances we get. At times when Highlanders are at home, they get chances, but they don't utilize them.
Beautiful setup as well, Joseph, as we just looked at Highlanders team as well, the Mungameli Chuma, of course, the stars that everybody has been talking about. But he missed the game. He was on the bench against Hard Rock, now coming back into the team. What do you think Highlanders has to do, as we were just about to look at the arrival of NGEZI Platinum Stars, which is the team that has been playing away today as well? Do you think they have to take away some of that expectation from the youngster for him to perform well?
Yeah, well, I think Mungameli Chuma has done well in his maiden season in the Premiership.
Yeah,
I think
NGEZI Platinum Stars, yeah.
NGEZI Platinum arriving there in their bus. Where Mungameli Chuma has done well so far this season, because he has carried the weight of the team and the expectation of the Bosso fans, and also warranting his call to the Zimbabwe national senior soccer team, the Warriors. And he's also going to do duty for us in a few weeks' time out in UK, yep. in that Unity 4-Nation Unity Cup. Also, not only Mungameli, but you're also looking at other players like Mbeba. And
Yep.
Mbeba is an influential player. Although fine at times, he may be too dramatic. Maybe
and Amini from NGEZI Platinum Stars, how crucial is he?
I'm sure
very
today,
experienced.
Yes, I'm sure today they had to bring him to start to use his experience,
Yeah.
because Baba feels it to be full. It really needs players who are experienced. But I think for NGEZI, when we look at the success of NGEZI, that has been built through the players who
Yep,
were
and Marvelous
who were
Nkumba.
players who have been on loan, who have been recalled.
Yep.
They were having week in, week out matches in other teams last season, and that experience is now what is carrying NGEZI. And also the project itself, the Division 1 project, its fruits are now seen on this, and it's not surprising to see that the first team is also on
Yep.
top in Premier League. Their Division 1 also is doing very, very well.
Yep. Mungameli Chuma on our
these are
picture
the
there.
success of the project.
Yeah, definitely. And as we were just seeing the warm-ups there, Mungameli Chuma, we talked about him and how he has been expected to carry the team. But now with the likes of Reason Sibanda coming in with the goals as well, Joseph, do you think that that takes away as well as we talk about the likes of Kudamahachi, one of the veterans, most experienced player as well, as we're just seeing some of those goals for Highlanders now going front, Mungamini Chuma with a wonderful touch there in that game against
That's against Dynamo.
He's a superstar, isn't he?
The way abused Marufu Mujuru there for Dynamo, it was something.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you can't ignore him.
Yeah, you can't.
Ignore him for Highlanders, especially if he's on the first 11. Any team will make sure that they will say something by assigning someone to make sure he's not given that freedom where he can do anything, because he's really a talented player.
Now Kudamahachi now playing as a left wing back as well. We usually see him playing as a left wing, but he has managed to take that role, I think, very well, and appreciating what the coaches told him to do on that left wing back side. It was more overlapping to attack, and I know Coach Bex, you might not be so pleased with some of his previous, but I think he has been doing.
No, he has done very, very, very well, because at times, like I think we remember there have been players whereby they were strikers. They later on
they have to change the mindset.
Like Chari.
Yes,
he was started as a striker.
You also talk of
Chipotsotso.
Yes.
The late David Mandigora. So it's not surprising, but it's the coach whom we want to give credit to say the boy is no longer have the pace which he used to have when going up front. Let me make sure he comes back and attack from
and
the
we're just saying now NGEZI Platinum Stars, Joseph, who do you think is probably going to be the game changer or the game winner today?
Yeah, well, with NGEZI Platinum, we are looking at young players who are actually saying they want to make their own names. Yeah, because some have been recalled from loan spells in different teams, but they now have the experience in the Premiership. But I also want to bank on the leadership and experience of Kadri Amini. If you look at Kadri Amini, for me, he's a utility player. He used to, one game you might see him playing up front. You know, previously he has played up front, but now today I see he's deployed as a left wing back. So, which means you're talking of a player who can stabilize the team. He's a utility player, he's versatile, and he can come in and stabilize the team and hopefully get a win out of Baba Fields, which they failed to do in a number of years.
As we're just seeing some of NGEZI Platinum Stars goals as well, I think going forward, they've been very clinical in some of those games that they've managed to play, whilst being solid in the midfield, and the finishing has been somewhat very good from them. I think they play as a compact team as well, and Coach Bex looking into this game. How important is that compactness going to be as they play against a very good Highlanders team?
Definitely, compactness is key. And
sorry, Coach Bex, I'm just going to catch you there as we're just going to switch on and listen to what the coaches have been talking about towards this game this afternoon at Baba Fields.
Yes, they are No, NGEZI is a very good team. It shows, even if you can check the stats, they are the only team that are not beaten. But fortunate enough, people, they were not talking about them, but I know them very well. I've been there, and I respect them very well. Today, I think our preparation was very, very good. Let's hope our boys, they will do exactly like what I said. Looking forward to a good game. So I've got 2 injuries, but you can't complain. That's the way it is, you know. The other boys that are available, they need to come in and do the job.
A big game, a tricky game against Highlanders at their own background, but we are going to positively approach the game with the same mentality that we have been doing going into the other games that we have played before. We have played away in other games, and we've also done well. So we also hope that we're going to do well. We are a positive team. We will approach the game the way you approach another game that we've been approaching. There are suspensions that we have. Let's take Astigu, our captain, who is out. Then we have brought in Marvin Quinjo. We have replaced him. He's the major change that we've done, but the rest remain the same.
Those were the 2 coaches giving us an insight into the build-out of this game. But very much respect from each coaches as well, respecting the other team, Benjamin Marwaro and Coach Kumrai Mutiwe Kuziva. They're talking about just a single change coming into this game for NGEZI Platinum Stars. If you look at Highlanders as well, they also probably remain the same. Ngameli Chuma coming back into the team after he was on the bench on the game against Hardrock as well. And now going into this game, I think it's quite a balanced affair looking at both sides as well. But we just want to take a look at the game changes for you, Coach Bex, as we build up to this one.
I think their goalkeeper is a game changer. Praise Machengete, the centre back who was a triangle last year. He helped the triangle to get to the final. He has been outstanding and currently is really outstanding. And the Farai Madananga, who scored last week, is one seasoned player. We have done a lot of dirt work for NGEZI Platinum. Quietly, the people not talking much about him.
Yeah, definitely. And Joseph, looking at as well, just a little bit still at NGEZI Platinum Stars, they do have the veteran, and you have been emphasizing on his importance this afternoon as well. Malvin Gaki, a very good player as well for them. Do you think those two might be the ones to make the difference at Baba Fields?
Yeah, they might make the difference. If you look at them, their seniority and their experience in the league, and they've seen it all. They've been in the trenches, and their leadership will then come in handy for the young boys, the young upcoming stars who are set to do business for NGEZI Platinum. But it's going to be difficult. Yeah, and I think it's going to depend largely on the strategy applied by the coach to say, guys, if you look at the history, we haven't done well at Baba Fields. So what, and against a resurgent Highlanders, as a collective, as a team, maybe Kumbirai Mutwegza want to look at, say, let's handle the game
definitely
first.
And quickly, I just want to know your prediction as we're just about to switch over to Baba Fields as well.
Yeah, I think 1-0 to Highlanders.
1-0, Coach Bex?
1-0 to Highlanders.
Some similar as well. 1-0 they say in the studio as well. It's building up to be probably one of the best games that we've seen so far from Baba Fields as well. And we will be switching over quite soon to Baba Fields for the commentary, where we have Stanley Katande as well as Dalubushe Bebe as well, who are going to be giving you the commentary. The match of visitors coming up, and we are just going to be crossing over now, and we'll join you at halftime.
A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to Baba Fields Stadium, where Highlanders Amasalanyama Iboso are hosting NGEZI Platinum in a very crucial encounter, given the fact that Highlanders are on the up and NGEZI Platinum are yet to lose a fixture this season, and it promises to be, a very good match in prospect. And as we prepare now for the two teams to line up, and then we play the national anthem. Yeah, that was the national anthem. Simudzai Mureza we Zimbabwe, as we see the two teams now completing the pre-match rituals before the game gets underway. And those two teams are looking very strong, going through their lineups. They look prepared for a real battle. Whether they will be able to get the desired result is anybody's guess. As we see Quadra Amin alongside his counterpart. That's no more Shinyerere captaining. It's actually Darlington Mukuli, I beg your pardon, who is leading Highlanders as the captain. I mean, of course, former soccer star of the year. And the referee is Juanele Manenda, Brilliant Sibanda, Michael Zulu, and Magare Maka. And there is Brighton Nyika, the match commissioner. They'll be in charge of proceedings this afternoon. Highlanders taking on NGEZI Platinum. A good game in prospect. Here is Highlanders with Aaron Gwenya between the sticks. But of course, they're playing without Neva Rauji and Shelton Moyo. They're both injured. Odiogon, the Nigerian, starts alongside Pavari, who normally plays as a dealing, but today he's posted upfield to be part of the attacking duo. Mahachi, Chuma, and Ndovu in the middle of the park. Mukuli and Nyamono will be the ones in front of the back three of Mbewa, Mshanga, and Shinyerere. So a good-looking side for Benjani Marwari. Whether he will get his desired results is anybody's guess. NGEZI Platinum with Kumbira Moptiok as the leader. And Young Mrasiranwa still ahead in terms of goalkeeping. Their captain Leslie Kastego relegated to the bench through not even the bench. Is actually missing in action because of suspension. And Madanaga, Katumba are the usual, men in the middle of the cup of the park. Amin Quadramin is in the side today. He normally has been on the bench, but today he starts on his favored right-hand side. Munemo and Mugariri. Munemo is a very exciting youngster. Gaki and Zawari Orlando are the two players who will be trying to find their way past the Highlanders' defense. Whether they will achieve that or not, let's wait and see. This is NGEZI Platinum for their group picture. And let's see which side they've chosen to attack. Farai Madanaga is a regular guy in the middle of the park. He's one player who surely is making loud calls for selection into the national team. Madananga, who plays in the middle of the park. And of course, he'll be competing with the likes of Moffat Abubakar, the Scotland midfielder. And it's good to see that Kudama Hachi is beginning to enjoy a lot of football under Benjani Marwari, playing as a left wing back. He was a striker in his youthful days, and he's settling very well in the Highlanders outfit, playing from the left-hand side. And one thinks that he will also be able to find his way back to the national side so that the team continues to get strong and stronger. With me in the commentary box is Dalubuse Bebe, who will be doing the summarizing. And Dalu, taking a look at the two teams here, what do you expect?
It's a good afternoon to you and a good afternoon to all the viewers. I really anticipate an exciting game. Like you rightfully said, NGEZI Platinum coming to this fixture without a loss. And guess what? Highlanders gave Hard Rock their first loss at home. So the question is, can they really unlock that defense and give NGEZI Platinum their first loss? And then also, can NGEZI Platinum really continue with their unbeaten run in the league? So we are yet to see by end of this afternoon.
Yes, we have to wait and see as we see the Highlanders coach, Benjani Marwaru. Fiat Marwari, the Undertaker. You know, he came to prominence while playing for Air Zimbabwe Jets. And then after that, he went to France to start playing for Auxerre, AJ Auxerre. Got involved in the Champions League. And before you knew it, in 2006, went straight to Portsmouth for a record fee of £4 million. That was actually a large sum of money back then. And the crowd is slowly getting to settle down. The numbers are building up. And anytime soon we'll be getting underway. But fans, as you can see, are all in their places, ready, clad in their colors. No doubt as to who she is supporting. It has to be the team in black and white. The home team, Highlanders, Chilamoya. Iboso, Iboso. Iboso Ngenkani. Yeah, they say, ungafuniwa ngaekele, isn't it?
Yes, ungafuniwa ngaekele.
If you don't like it, please get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, a direct translation from if you don't like the heat in the kitchen, what do you do? You
Please,
get out
of the kitchen. Leave us to do our own job.
Yeah.
Now it looks like the equipment on the pitch still being fixed. And that is Chirwa, one of the defenders at NGEZI Platinum, alongside Katumba. Those are the players who will be doing business for the team from Mondoro. As we wait now for the kickoff. NGEZI Platinum playing from left to right. As you can see, Kumbirai Mutuakuziwa, I think he's going back to settle down on his sit in the dugout so that he can follow proceedings. That's the Highlanders support, responding to their team, giving them a round of applause. This is what drives the Highlanders. Whenever they play at home, they do so in front of a large crowd. And I know that it's still building up. You know, 10 or 20 minutes into the game, things will have changed as we get underway here at Barberfield Stadium. Highlanders hosting NGEZI Platinum. The tussle for possession. Odiogon had a touch. That was Kudamahachi, and this one is guided back to the Highlanders goalkeeper Ngwenya. Good check from Lawrence. It's guided back to the goalkeeper NGEZI Platinum, closing down on the Highlanders goalkeeper. So this one now will be a throw-in to be taken there by NGEZI Platinum quickly. And it looks like a foul once more. That pass is misdirected. Highlanders now in possession. A lovely through ball for the Nigerian Odiogon Benjamin, but he can't get past his marker. First corner kick of the day with only a minute gone. Let's see what they will be able to do. You'll actually be surprised to say this youngster here, just number 33,
yes,
is only 20.
Oh yes, big frame
Big frame indeed.
Odiogon. And this is the kind of frame that is usually wanted for a football player.
Yeah, certainly. Mahachi there taking the throw, playing as a left back. Mongameli Chuma. Oh, lovely pass from the young man, but again, good defensive work there. Mbeba takes up their responsibility, trying to score from afar, but you have to respect the opponent. I'm sure these two gentlemen must be saying the same thing. Andrew Mbeba. Rasranwa preparing to dispatch this one. Rolls it short. Cleared away Not quite, and then again NGEZI Platinum are trying to come away with it. Playing with fire, I can tell you, with the way that they are defending. Kuli will guide it back to his goalkeeper. That's Ngwenya. Highlanders to settle down here into their passing game. It hasn't started to happen in NGEZI Platinum. Trying by all means to disrupt them. Kudamahachi beaten in the air. Ball is kept in play. It's rolled through by young Mnemo. But it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's Aaron Ngwenya. Ding dong affair at the moment. And this one is guided back to the goalkeeper. Remember, NGEZI Platinum playing with their captain Leslie Kashtigu, and Quinjo has taken over his place, but of course they have brought the captain back into the side. That's Kadra Amin, to make sure that the team remains reasonably strong. Kake Madananga under pressure, given the benefit of doubt. Free kick. He's indicating to the referee that I was being held back.
Modern Ngwenya, the former vice chairman of Highlanders there.
The man loves his game. You go to Mandava, you go wherever you go, he is there. As Benjani Marwari takes a long look down to see whether his instructions are being carried out to the letter. Free kick taken long into enemy zone. Easily collected by Ngwenya, who throws long to the far side to find Andrew Mbeba on the overlap. Mongameli Chuma had a touch. Another long effort. Good defensive work there. It comes down to Mnemo. Find support. What else can they do? Remember, they are playing without Marvelous Mkumba, a usual player who normally plays in the first team. Was there last weekend, but starts from the bench this afternoon. Marvelous Mkumba, their top goal scorer with 4 goals. I would like to think it's possibly because of a dip in form that he's on the bench. And, that ball is played into touch. Odiogon trying to claim that he was fouled. I'm sure the referee has agreed with him, because he's actually lost his foot in the process, but still he didn't get the decision. Yeah, that's a bit harsh, you know, from his point of view. Mnemo turns away from his marker, lays it through. Danger here for Highlanders, and again good defensive work. But of course they've brought down the Highlanders defender. That's no more. You are looking at it questioningly, because he thought that his side had done enough to be given a chance taking a shot at goal.
No foul.
There was no foul there. But then we are making this decision because of the replay that we're watching.
Yeah.
And that's not what the ref is watching. You have to give him the benefit of doubt. Juanele Manenda. Oh, lovely stuff. And it's pulled backwards from inside the box. That could be dangerous. Lawrence Msanga. My goodness me, he's being called over for that cynical challenge. And of course his comrades doing all they can. Look at it. Pulling him backwards. Orlando is a difficult customer. After pulling him, you know, this is something I don't understand from players. They'll bring down an opponent and then they raise their leg, their hands, you know, pleading innocence. No. Unbelievable. Free kick in a very good looking position there. If they can curl it into the box, it could prove dangerous for Highlanders, Talu.
Oh yes, and Gaki and Skadamin are one of the good takers of those kind of free kicks. But as we see, Amin there, maybe, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Deciding to leave it.
to move away. He's probably trying to come and attack the blind side. Wangameli Chuma being forced to be in defense. Manenda up and down, reorganizing the situations in the box. The players making it difficult. Not settling down. Here comes the kick. It's a good looking one. Oh yes, they were looking for the back post. And offside. I think it's a good call from the near side assistant referee. NGEZI Platinum immediately threw a player there. Here's Mahachi. Nyerere, formerly Dynamos and Triangle. Odiogan fighting for possession, but tight marking coming from NGEZI Platinum in the middle of the park there, making life extremely difficult. Here's Odiogan. Another attempt to beat the player. I mean, you had done enough. Beat him once and then you pass the ball. Mugariri. Lovely stuff. Back to Mugariri. Too slow and it's taken away from him. Throw in though. Going NGEZI Platinum away. We welcome those joining us for the first time. We're here at Barberfield Stadium. 0-0 is the scoreline. Highlanders taking on NGEZI Platinum. To those of you who know footballers from yesteryear, Madinda Ndlovu, the one in a clean shave of the head. Here they come now with Madananga, trying from afar. I think that was a bit overzealous. He should have tried to include his fellow teammates who were on either side. As we look at Gaki, he's applying the pressure. Another one who's been around so many places, played for Triangle, played for Dynamos. I'm looking at the stands. As you can see, people milling into the stadium. The stands are quickly filling up. Long ball forward. Mahachi on the wing. Good cross into the center, but good defensive work by Machangete. Now they're coming forward. NGEZI Platinum. The header. And this one will be taken by Kudamahachi. Brought down. Free kick. But I must say that Kudamahachi is getting used to life at left back. You know, growing up he was a striker. And I remember him playing against Cameroon in preparation for the tournament in Guinea. You know, the Cameroonians were arguing that, look, you guys are worried about Nola Jimsona, but I think I saw Kudakwashe Mahachi. But of course that name Kudakwashe was a handful, for the mouthful actually. But yeah, this is the player they were worried about.
Yeah, quite an experienced player. Remember, I played for Mamelodi Sundowns as well. Quite
Exactly.
a prominent team in Africa.
Highlanders, I think they're trying to play too much football at the back at times, and it's encouraging the opponents to try to come at them. Mukuli clips it long onto the near side, but Mgariri and Praise Machangete combining. This one played back to Rainsam Pavari. Oh, he's lost possession. Munemo is a tricky customer. Another cynical challenge. You know, he's actually pulled. And Rainsam Pavari gets a yellow card from referee Juanele Manenda. Yeah, the youngster is so persistent. Oh, yeah. That was so cynical. He's lucky that, you know, it was still far from the goal line. It would have been very difficult. This one, Ngwenya can collect. He's asking his fellow teammates there to say, look, They're not running into the preordained positions. But finally finds that no more Nyerere. Now turning out for Highlanders. Here they go forward with Msanga. Turns one way. Shuffles the ball from one foot to the other. Just talking about Highlanders playing too much football at the back. The weak back pass to the goalkeeper who finally clears. And Nzovu Prince trying to keep the ball in play, but was tightly attended to. Fans are still expecting something special. Odiogon is drifting from left to right. A good turn, the cross looks good inside the area, the header is there. And this one goes away. Good attempt by Highlanders, Roy Nyamono coming in at the right time, but unfortunately his header was weak and again not on target.
Yeah, but I think Odiogon, as you see that cross there, he is supposed to be the one receiving the cross because he's got the frame, he's got the technique. But now if he turns supplier when he's supposed to be the finisher, then it becomes problematic.
Exactly problematic. I hope that the coach Benjamin Marwari is seeing this and agrees with you. Another tussle in the middle of the park. NGEZI Platinum winning. Madananga playing it into the wrong hands. This one taken away by NGEZI Platinum. Spencer Mgariri. Still Mnemo. Many people expected a free kick, and Madananga trying a surprise shot. Of course, from that sort of distance, I don't blame him. If it was on target, that would have given goalkeeper lots of problems. As you can see, Begim. This is Beketembanzov.
Yes.
I had Bekezela, Bekimpilo, and I said, no, still it's not correct. Yeah.
He hits them hard, Madananga.
He does. I think he needs to keep them on target.
Yes. And if you give him the space, he will punish you.
Long clearance. Once again, NGEZI Platinum enjoying a lot of possession. Madananga dominating in the middle of the park. Mbewa goes on the far side to greet Orlando. This one is played backwards. Quinjo. Madananga once again spraying them left, right and center. This is the troublemaker. I wouldn't like to be playing left back with this young man here who tries to bring in a cross, and this one goes out of play. Well, I was talking about Kudama Hachi enjoying life at left back. I don't think he's doing so this afternoon. Munemo, being a much younger player, is certainly giving him a good run for his money, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. But as a senior player playing that kind of a position, you have to use what we call speed of thought. So anticipate the move, then you'll be able to deal with the tricky right winger like him.
Long throw from Kudamahachi. Ball flicked back. Odiogon will pick it up. Good control. Releasing it forward. But again, good defensive work there from Qadra Amin. And I think Highlanders were caught offside. Confirmation of the scoreline, 0-0 here at Barberfield Stadium. 16 minutes played. These are the far side assistant referee. Brilliant. No, it's Michael Zulu who is on the far side. Brilliant Sibanda is on the near side. And the Princes of... Yeah, the last touch, unfortunately, but of course the Soweto end in disagreement. We're not surprised.
What a break.
What a break for the coach alongside his assistant, Kokeli Dube. These are some of the players who were, so prominent turning out for Iboso.
Prolific striker.
Prolific striker indeed. He is youngster. Good control as well. Trying to shuffle the ball from one foot to the other. Bringing in a good-looking cross. Nobody home for NGEZI Platinum. And finally they guide this one backwards, and the header likely to trickle out. But no, kept in play. And finally out. Yeah, some good work there by the defense.
tricky afternoon for Mahachi.
Exactly. I mean, this young man here, his ball control, whichever part of his body touches it, you know, it kills it instantly. Number 11 versus number 11.
The battle of the 11.
Yeah, battle of the 11s today. This one out of play. It looks like it's an ill-tempered encounter. NGEZI Platinum making life very difficult. Mkoli, they're complaining bitterly that he's being impeded.
Yeah, but football is a contact sport.
It is. It is, and if you play football, you have to accept it as it is. Highlanders being forced to play it backwards. This one guided back to the goalkeeper, Ngwenya. Being challenged there by Gaki. He plays a long searching ball that drops into the center. Munemo is always there, doesn't need any invitation. Mongameli Chuma, the men that were expected to illuminate the stage here, very quiet indeed. There he is, playing a simple pass, trying to find Ndlovu, but NGEZI Platinum very fast on the break. This one played into touch by Nomo Nyerere, beating Orlando Zarevashe. Highlanders with a throw. Mbeva. Yeah, NGEZI Platinum enjoying a lot of useful possession. Kadramin, very, very effective on the overlap, the former soccer star. And in the end, it's played into touch to give away a throw. There was long searching throw. Odiogan again fighting for this one. Keeping away another throw. Ndlovu's cross. Again cleared away by Chirwa. Ndlovu inside the area, still commotion there. Mongameli Chuma drifting forward, but NGEZI Platinum are looking very comfortable. Kadramin taking some time. This one straight back to the goalkeeper. And as you can see, the stands full of former Highlanders players. Madananga turns away. Here's Munemo. He's a tricky customer. Ball played through. Prince Ndlovu picks up possession. Now streaking away along the ground, looking for the big Nigerian who turns away from his marker. Get the cross instead of dribbling youngster. And the ball is taken away. Yeah, somebody should put, I think, Benji. He must talk to him about a footballing brain. He's a very skillful youngster. Again, the Platinum scrambling the ball away. This one. Good effort. Good effort. That could have been a goal kick, and Benji there applauding the effort. 21 minutes in the first half here at Barberfield Stadium. NGEZI Platinum, the visitors, against Highlanders. 0-0 the scoreline. Throw in. Chirwa, the Malawian. This one. This time we have Mahachi winning a header. Prince Ndlovu keeps the ball in play. Full of running this afternoon, but doesn't seem to have the strength. The Platinum looking very strong in the defense line there. With Katumba showing a lot of grit. Mongameli Chuma slipping it through. Good marking coming in from Machengete. Out of place. But I'm sure the ref will say that was a foul. And this is why the crowd is complaining. Yeah, look. Not looking good for them, but the crowd Standing up and giving the referee their warning. They will give you a red card if you don't perform well. Yeah, it's always the case. This is the kind of pressure that away players and the referee will have to face. Especially when you play a big team like Highlanders.
You need to have a very strong mindset.
Zovu failing to fasten onto this one. Slanga does well in the middle of the park and taking a bit too long on the ball, but finally gets away with it. Mkuli flipping it wide on the far side. Surely the ref should have played advantage. Blowing his whistle too soon. Mkokeli Dube not happy as well. And these fans, to a certain extent, they're justified. We know about the advantage rule, but it's good to see him now talking to the captain and they are agreeing.
Yeah.
And it's all ended with a good handshake. Dananga Gaki. Ball played to the near side. Gariri with a long ball forward. Zovu. The Highlanders beginning to try and settle down here into serious passing football. Nsang. Flicking forward, still in possession, Lauren Nsanga. One or two touches to the ball before playing it forward. Taken up by Odiogon. Oh, that was a good looking ball, but fortunately, nobody on the other end. That could have been an easy tap in.
Yeah, Rowan, I think, was wrongly positioned. He was supposed to anticipate that cross, and it was going to be an easy tap in, like you say, but a few seconds late.
A few seconds late, because these fans here must be saying the same thing to say, look, you should be there, but then how do you know it's going to come that far? Yeah, you will always be guessing. And as we are talking, a Highlanders player is lying injured. Looks like a shoulder injury, is it?
Yes, no more Chinyere.
Yeah. That would be very unfortunate because Benjani would like to make a tactical substitution, not an injury-inspired one. But the good thing is that he's up and about. So the game restarts with Mongameli Chuma looking subdued today. Taking time with the ball, Mongameli Chuma toying around with it and is taken away by Gaki. Gaki as well, nearly losing it. And it comes to Mnemo. Oh my goodness. You feel sorry for Kudakwashe Mahachi, and this one played into touch for a throw-in. 25 minutes gone. I think Kudamahachi must be sick and worried, sick and tired of the look of young Tanaka Mnemo. My goodness me. The way he controls it. But of course, he's getting used to that position, used to play as a striker. Odiogan laying it wide on the far side, looking for Nzovu. Finds him. Nzovu now on his left foot. Mbeva on the overlap. Unfortunately, didn't find a clean path. Back again to Nzovu, who brings in another cross inside the area. Punched away there by Murasiranwa. Highlanders asking questions. Pavari. Mongameli Chuma rolls it short for Nzovu. Mbeva ready to receive it. Got it back to Msanga. Odiogan tries a short flick, but it's taken away. Adanaga is there to clear. The Highlanders looking solid in defense. A lovely take there by Gaki. On his day, he can be quite a handful. Malvin Gaki. Madanaga in the middle of the park. Actually dominating the exchanges in the middle of the park. Mnemo chasing. Can he keep the ball in play? Yes, he does. But no. According to near side assistant referee, Brilliance Banda. It's a goal kick to Highlanders. Another look at it. That is the clearance by the goalkeeper. Decisive clearance. Very good clearance there from Brasiranwa. Lorenz Mhlanga. Tunomo Shinyerere. The two defenders exchanging passes as they try to squeeze. Nyerere once again rolls it short. What a very good piece of play there. He's lucky. Robinson Pavari. Umongameli Chuma. Now Highlanders are pushing forward. Roy there failing to make use of the effort. 28 minutes. Surely should have done a lot better. And in the stands, these are all coaches.
Oh yes.
They're coming up with their strategies, their referees, their coaches, their commentators, their analysts. They're all there.
And they are never wrong.
Never wrong. Their team doesn't lose. Mahachi guiding it backwards. I think he has put his colleague into trouble. Chinyerere not happy with the youngster Munemo. It's Orlando who was piling on the pressure. Yeah, Munemo and Orlando's Zavarevi. Certainly a handful. Here is Ngwenya. Clipping it long, trying to post this one into the penalty box. He does. Odiogon couldn't control. Ndlovu takes it away. Mbeva plays it short. Back to Ndlovu, who finds Nyerere. The Highlanders are now trying to squeeze their opponents into their own half. Mongameli Chuma. Nyerere all the way back to goalkeeper Aaron Ngwenya.
No space up front. NGEZI Platinum really denying them that passing line.
Yeah, it looks like Kumbira Mtrogziwa has got a formula that if you don't want to lose, don't concede. They're looking very solid at the back. They're not giving anyone a chance. Munemo, for a moment I thought he had played it short, but no. The referee gives them the decision. Free kick.
Spencer for me breaking all the attacks.
Exactly.
Good reader of the game.
He's a very good reader. He works so hard in the middle of the park. And he's making life very difficult for Highlanders. Chirwa's effort. Headed away. Nemo trying to apply pressure. Free kick there to Highlanders. Here's Mhlanga. Kuli plays it through. Who is there? Odiogon. Is it Mongameli Chuma? Kwadramin with a clearance. Madananga. Such a strong character, this boy. Zavarevi, Orlando. Good job by the defense. It played all the way back to the goalkeeper, who has to clear in a hurry. Because again, the menace Munemo was close by. And this one into touch. Highlanders with a throw. 0-0 the scoreline here at Barberfield Stadium. Amagumeni. Another throw, this one going the way of NGEZI Platinum. With Mutwekuziwa pacing up and down, making sure that the shape at the back is maintained.
Men at work.
Yeah, men at work, certainly. Yes, Mongameli Chuma took his eye off the ball for a moment. He's not seeing the best of his game this afternoon. Mongameli Chuma, a bright prospect of Zimbabwean football. Here's Gaki to Quadramin, rolls it short back to Gaki, plays it backwards. It comes to Gomez Gani Chirwa, the Malawian, to Mgariri. Another player who is so outstanding in the middle of the park, as well as Madananga. He doesn't lose a tackle, Madananga. If he comes in, he means it. And one player is lying injured, and it looks like it's Mkuli. Referee hasn't stopped play to allow Darlington Mkuli to be attended to following that challenge.
Clash with Mongameli Chuma.
Yeah, clash with his own player. I think that's why the ref didn't blow. Good call there by Juanele Manenda. But unfortunate for the Highlanders captain, Darlington Mkuli. These players immediately taking a water break. Going to get some more instructions. Mkokele Dube immediately seizing the opportunity, Dalu.
Oh yes, like I said, I think Benjamin is supposed to stay in the penalty arc. He is the man who's supposed to receive the ball, hold up play, because NGEZI Platinum are quite physical. So Rowan and Mongameli Chuma can't really match them in terms of the physicality of the game.
Yeah, definitely, you're quite right with that observation. So they will have to see if they can make those changes. Yeah, they've brought their kids. It's good to see that people can come as a family to watch football in Zimbabwe. Definitely a very good thing to make it a family affair. And the Soweto end, yeah, for this size of game, I must say, it's a very good attendance there.
Oh yes.
A lovely flick on the far side. It's taken away by Mbeva. Mbeva, for me, is an unsung hero. He's one of the country's bright prospects in defense.
And most consistent.
Very, very consistent. I think it's just that most of his work happens at the back, far from the opponent's goal line. If he played as a striker and was as menacing as this youngster here, oh, lovely stuff, and this one cleared away. Goodness me. Munemo. That's Zavarevi. They're exchanging passes. Oh, it's actually Munemo who brought in the course. That's Zavarevi coming in the center. And Kudamahachi must be happy. Must be relieved that it didn't go in. He's being given a torrid time at left back. Corner kick to the visitors. The referee spotting an infringement and immediately blowing. Now Highlanders can take a throw. 10 minutes to the Oranges. 0-0 the scoreline. Tussle for possession. Mongameli Chuma losing the battle, but Pavari will pick it up for Highlanders and Rumbeva. There he is inside the area. Good header by NGEZI Platinum. Yeah, these two youngsters, Zavarevi and Bunemo, they are tricky customers. No more Nyerere Lawrence Msanga. They're certainly finding it very difficult alongside Andrew Mbeva. He has to take a swig because it's been a long, long first half here. 36 minutes played, no goals. And again, Gaki fighting for the ball on the far side. Oh, he has won it. But the referee thinks the ball had gone out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. Looks like the communication with the far side assistant referee has to improve, because Gaki thought that he was now going for the kill, only to realize that the ball should go back for a throw-in.
Yeah. Kaki quite a tricky customer from Beva there.
I'm not saying today he's playing very well. It's just
Very
that
well.
Beva is also very good in defense. Otherwise, it would have been another highway. Oh, the NGEZI Platinum choir in full voice there. Here's Mtlanga playing it to Chinyerere. No more. Mahachi. Mongameli Chuma guiding it backwards. Passing responsibility. Arun Gwenya under pressure from Zavarevi. This one drops in the center. Chuma does well. It's played to the near side. Ndlovu now operating on the left-hand side to Mongameli Chuma. But it's a corner kick to Highlanders. Yeah, the communication the back from NGEZI Platinum is really good. Because
Really on point,
yeah, they're picking up the runs and making sure no one is allowed in the box unattended. That's a good organization. Let's wait and see what Mongameli Chuma can do as he moves into the box. This is the Highlanders' brightest prospect. And the corner kick is taken from a completely different place. Chuma! Another corner kick. Well, this is exactly what Johnny Singodzo used to do. He would wait for the referee to look the other way.
Yeah.
He was still almost half a meter
Yes.
from him and gets the corner taken.
Naughty player.
Yeah. Well, that's being streetwise, if you ask me. Oh, the Highlanders choir in the stands.
There
Look,
he goes again.
yeah, he goes again. Beva calling on all his experience. He knows if the referee is away, he can take it from a different position, and this one just kicked into touch. Another throw to Highlanders. But look at the ball, boys. How can you do that? They must train them. You can't throw in, another match ball when your player is about to take it. Ndlovu guides it backwards. Mahachi. Back once again. Chinyerere Tumsanga. Highlanders trying to find their way past NGEZI Platinum. Chinyerere clipping it long into enemy zone. Odiogon couldn't pick a shot, and this one goes out of play. Oh yes, good to see that he's watching this one with his wife. It makes life easy if your spouse understands where you will be when you're not at home. So she's here, she's seeing it, that look, all he does is sit there and enjoy the game.
She is your better half, so she's supposed to be always around.
Yeah. Another corner to Highlanders. This one is taken short. Ndlovu headed away there by Machengete. This one brought down. Munemo plays it forward. Zavarevi fighting for possession, but Mongameli Chuma takes it away, doing a good job of helping out the defense. Pavari comes back to Highlanders, who clip a long ball forward, trying to break the deadlock before halftime. This is good for Mkuli. Ball played back. Again Beva hesitating. Mongameli Chuma turns one way, slips it through. But again the young players from NGEZI Platinum, they are so tireless. Gaki winning the ball, defending for NGEZI Platinum here.
Very tight at the back.
Very tight at the back, and we must admit that Kumbra Mtogzua is doing a good job.
A wonderful job.
Because this team, remember, cannot recruit because of issues with the likes of Benjani Marwari, when he left, he had to be paid his terminal dues. But I think a disagreement ensued. FIFA stepped in to say they won't be allowed to go on the transfer market. Madananga giving away possession. The first error by the efficient midfielder. Odiegon turns away from his marker. Picks out support, gets it. But again, Munemo is back defending. He wins a free kick. Yeah, Roy Nyamono went to sleep on that occasion, and that was an opportunity for Tanaka Munemo.
Quiet game, Roy.
Yeah.
Very subdued in the first half.
Exactly. And again, look at who was there to take the ball away. Madananga. He reads the game very well. Powerfully built young man. And I remember seeing him first playing for Harare City.
Oh,
and
Harare City.
Yeah. He is such a tough character in the middle of the park. There's the Platinum going forward once again, and Zanga has done well with 2 minutes to the Oranges, and they've brought us all kinds of costumes, wigs from the 60s, and of course traditional gear from the last century. Another clearance from NGEZI Platinum. This one goes out of play. Mahachi should take it. Good looking ball into the center, taken nicely by Marvin Kaki. Jalarevi had a loose touch but plays it through.
Wow.
This one well read by Kudamahachi. But NGEZI Platinum is winning the ball every time, the second balls, time and again. But this one taken up by Highlanders. Odiegon will pick it up now. This time around he has got one man to contend with. Brings in a good looking cross and the goalkeeper takes it away. Nobody anticipated, and it was easy for Mrasiranwa to collect. Mrasiranwa clears as we drift into time for the Oranges. Kaki winning possession. Munemo still chasing. Good effort in crossing the ball, but easily taken away by Aaron Gwenya. And the ref should blow and possibly flash a yellow card for delaying the restart of the game here, as we now see that it's 2 minutes to the Oranges. A minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time. But look at it. What could the NGEZI Platinum players be arguing about? Their player, interfered with the goalkeeper in clearing the ball. Look at that. You should actually be telling Gaki that please stay away from such things.
Maybe the push, but all the same.
The push happened long after the first offense was committed, in my view. So Gaki should have moved away and allowed Gwenya to play the ball.
That's football players for you.
Yeah.
Beatrix.
Nyerere guiding it backwards. He gets the return pass from his goalkeeper, Gwenya. And posts a long one. Headed away. Munemo. Pavari takes over. Beva slips past one player. Lovely pass through to the near side. Oh yes, caught offside. I thought as much. Roy Nyawono had run into space trying to see if he can test the goalkeeper, but he was caught offside. So it's a free kick. It looked like these first 45 minutes will peter out into a goalless draw.
Yeah, NGEZI Platinum really spending the heat.
Yeah, they're responding very well. Each time they're under pressure. The defense is well organized. Especially the midfield and the defense is looking very organized. And the referee right on cue, 59 seconds, 47 minutes, 2 minutes played. And it's halftime here at Babafield Stadium. And if we could have your thoughts of the first 45 minutes.
A good 45 minutes from NGEZI Platinum. I think the quite disciplined performance. They chose to mark the ball from the middle of the park and really close down all those spaces. No breathing space for Highlanders. But on the Highlanders side, I think they are circulating the ball in their defensive zone for too long. And they're supposed to bring that element of surprise and try and really do a lot of movement with the ball so that they can create those chances. Because I think for the 45 minutes, they never really got a chance to take a shot at goal.
Oh, yes, indeed. Highlanders subdued because NGEZI Platinum were looking very solid at the back. And it's time for us now to hand you over to the studio for halftime analysis.
The deadlock remains unbroken at Barberfield Stadium as we go into the break. It's halftime and Highlanders 0, NGEZI Platinum Stars 0 going into the break. It has been an intense affair, both teams well balanced, but NGEZI Platinum Stars. And I'm still with these two gentlemen in the studio, Coach Bex and Joseph Kani, looking in that first half as well. NGEZI Platinum Stars looks like they are the team on top as well, creating much of the chances. But I would say at the end of that first half as well, Highlanders trying to creep back into the game as we went towards the break.
Yes, NGEZI Platinum, I think, have been doing very well, especially their midfield. They've been really stable and trying to make sure that they create opportunities for their strikers. But so far, Highlanders have really stood their ground in defense to make sure that no goal was scored. And also towards the end of the first half, Highlanders also were trying to be penetrating, trying to see if they can get that important goal. Unfortunately, it has ended 0-0.
Yeah, definitely. And just looking at that NGEZI Platinum attack, especially led by Tanaka Mnemo, who's playing on the right as well. And it is Kudamawachi who has the job of keeping tabs on him as well. But so many times so far in that first half, looks like he's been overrunning him as well, putting some very good crosses into the box as well. Tanaka Mnemo, how good has he been?
Yeah, he's been very good, and I think Kudamawachi will probably need a good massage session after this particular game because the amazing runs that Mnemo has been making down the right flank has been causing many problems for Highlanders. And I think it stems from what I think has been the approach by Coach Twekuziva, that he wanted an early goal.
Yep.
Because if you look at the early onslaught that we witnessed from NGEZI Platinum, for me, I think the briefing was, guys, let's go in and get an early goal and unsettle the host. Because look at the way they are playing as NGEZI. They are playing short to mid-range passing, unlike Highlanders. And the way they are playing the passes, they are quick to rotate play, they are quick to rotate the ball, finding each other and making those passes and breaking Highlanders' lines. It's only that maybe it's in the final third that they are not getting the final product. But in terms of forays and threats, NGEZI Platinum, for me, I think have indicated that they wanted an early goal, and then that right channel, Mnemo, coming in with those troublesome runs and crosses. And maybe, I've also noticed that maybe it's the type of crosses that then come in. I've noticed maybe not only to NGEZI Platinum, most of our crosses when they are sent in towards the 6-yard box, which usually is goalkeeper's area. But if those crosses were to be cut back onto the penalty spot or to the edge of the 18 area, maybe that could cause some...
Many times could
yes,
be created.
those cutbacks, you know, where I think we are seeing more of the traditional crosses into the box, but not the cutbacks that bring in the element of surprise, because the defenders would have tugged in closer to their goalkeeper. So if you look at that, another attack that came in there, it was then cleared out for a corner, but it was a promising cross from Mnemo. Yeah, but otherwise, maybe going into the halftime, Highlanders...
As we just look at those stats as well, 3 shots.
Yes, look at 53% possession for NGEZI against the host of 47%.
Yes. And the corner kicks, Highlanders having those two, I think, coming towards the end of that first half as well, and just a single corner kick for NGEZI Platinum Stars. But the stats really not telling the story. Also 2 yellow cards for Highlanders who were under pressure, one actually going to Renson Pavari as well in that first half. Quick play, Orlando Zavarevi on that left channel for NGEZI Platinum Stars. really making the difference as well, even though a goal has not been scored so far. Highlanders, what do they need to do to make sure that they can keep tabs on those two players going into the second half? Because they've managed to create chances of their own as well, as they could have as well, as we see some of those shots as well, a team effort to start with from Highlanders as well. But they've been able to create something, Highlanders, Coach Bex.
Yes, Highlanders, they created some. They were trying to create something, but not as dangerous as it could have been. Was there at the times they are just shots, weak shots to the goalkeeper, rather than to have shots which are really
going to be threatening the goal.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's like if you have a shot, you find that shot becomes like an off the goal shot. It's not giving much problems to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that one time just going away for a corner there. And also talking about the likes of Mungameli Chuma, who many were expecting to probably be the difference maker as well. We haven't seen much from him, but we did see some effort towards the end of the half.
We've seen some effort from him, but he's still a young player who everyone gives attention to. So that whenever tactical talk is being done against the opposition, definitely is one of the players to talk about, and as a result you find attention is given to him.
On him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
and as we just see NGEZI plan himself say Tanaka Mnemo with that cross, as you were just saying, Joseph, the ineffectiveness of the final product. I think he has done the running well, but in that final area, what better can you do as we go towards the second half?
Yeah, I guess it's good to do with telepathy, good understanding between teammates. To say, guys, when I tuck in onto the corner, onto the byline, maybe step back while the defender is going towards their own goal, and then I'll send in a cross, a cutback cross, and then you can just finish it. Whether you're taking a tap in or taking a shot at goal, it's up to you. But I think it's telepathy. But I also wanted to comment on the way maybe Mungameli is not being seen that much in the game. Look at the defensive formation that NGEZI are applying when they don't have the ball. For me, I've noticed that they're playing 4-4-2 defensive formation when they're out of possession. They are loading their defenses. Yeah, so in other words, the Highlanders are then finding it difficult to penetrate and break down those lines. But they end up having at least 8 grey shirts defending the ball. Yeah, and then
that quick switch when they are now attacking, we've seen Farai Madanaga being in that midfield, controlling proceedings as well. Highlanders players look like they're outnumbered when that switch comes through after that defensive switch and quickly switching to an attacking move. How good have they been, especially on that path, NGEZI Platinum Stars?
I think they've done very well. I think what is just needed is to have some variation, like especially on the crosses which they come. They need to be not direct corner crosses. At times you have to have pull back crosses, so that like you saw the shot which Madananga got, and it went wide. If you can get 2 or 3 like that, it might threaten Highlanders.
And we haven't seen much as well for Highlanders going forward in their attack as well, in terms of the likes of Reason Sibanda. And a player that came from scoring a spectacular, now being silenced. And looking at the game changes for Highlanders going into the second half, does Benjani Marwari keep it like this, or does he need to make any changes before the second half comes through?
Yeah, I think Highlanders, where they are getting it wrong, I think they are trying to play too many long balls. If you look at their transition from the back lines, they are trying to make long balls up front, and yet you look at NGEZI Platinum are defensively solid. So whatever long ball that is flighted by Highlanders definitely is going to meet more chances of it falling as a 50-50 ball, and NGEZI Platinum capitalizing on that. And then once NGEZI get the ball, they play it on the ground. They find each other, and then they move as a block. Whereas Highlanders, for me, Highlanders, the long ball is not working.
So you're just seeing the fans, just to mention the support as well.
They were even frustrated.
But the numbers coming through to the game.
Definitely for Highlanders, I think on the bench they have got Prince Lovo, Never Raushi, and the Due. Those are the 3 whom I think can also try to help going up front. So definitely second half we might see some bit of changes where they will try to make sure they put as much pressure as they can to their opponents.
And just talking about Neva Rauji, Coach Bex, I would have expected him to have been in this game as well. How good can he be for them going into the second half? He's played some of those games as well in the start of the season, but now playing on the bench today.
Yeah, him and Prince Lovo, they are players who can cause a lot of problems, especially Prince Lovo on his positioning, where at times He plays as on the wing, either right or left, and at times you find him. He can always find himself free and can cause a lot of problems.
Now, Benjamin Malwari, does he need to be worried? It's a game that has had draws in the past as well.
Yes.
Not so many wins for either sides, and some being 1-0 draws, some being 0-0 draws. Is it building up to be actually as tense as it is? Is it also going to be one of those games where both teams have to share the spoils?
Yeah, well, I think, yes, Benjani and Boso will be coming into the second half under pressure because they didn't have a good showing in the first half. So now that we're at home, we are desperately needing a goal at least to get some points, and that goal didn't come in the first half. So I think they'll be desperate now to produce a result in the second half, which might play into the hands of NGEZI Platinum. Yeah. Yes, because that means Highlanders will now come in on the forefront, trying to play on the front foot. And then NGEZI, as solid as they are and neat with the ball, maybe may then get a counter or maybe get something that can give them a goal, and then it could be difficult for Highlanders. So definitely Highlanders are coming to second half more desperate than NGEZI, FC NGEZI Platinum.
And Coach Bex, quickly, just want to talk about the match officiating so far. We know we have had such issues in our premiership, and recently we actually saw Zifa suspending some match officials because of certain reasons as well. This one so far looks fair to you in terms of how the referee has been in the middle of the park?
I think at the moment the ref seems to have, the officials have done very well, because we haven't seen much controversy, because at times when things are not going on, you see the way the players react. But so far, I think the ref has done very well.
Well, so far so good as well. For Highlanders are still holding on, and it looks like they will be coming back into the second half with some impetus as they managed to defend from the pressure that was coming in from NGEZI Platinum Stars. NGEZI playing away from home, a team that has been very good so far, sitting fourth on the log table. But going into the second half now, tactics from both managers. Anything needs to change from both ends?
Yeah, well, for me, I think Highlanders, as desperate as they are coming into second half, I think will be to change the style of play. For me, the long ball didn't produce any desired outcomes. So I would think and propose Highlanders play neat, short passes and maybe play down the channels and then try and send clean balls to their striker, gunman, audio gun. For me, he didn't get any clean ball supplies. That's why maybe he didn't show up in the game. You can't really see much of him. Yeah. And even Mongameli Chuma, I think he hasn't been the Mongameli Chuma that we know, the creative spark, the heart of the midfield for Highlanders. So maybe change the style of play. Yeah, maybe let's play mid to short range passes, and then that are neat and tidy. We're finding each other, we break the NGEZI lines, and then possibly find ourselves in the box. Then we might get something out of it as Highlanders.
Yep, and Coach Bex, how do they switch to that tactical play that Joseph is talking about? How do they change the game for themselves, Highlanders, to enable their players, to enable their game changes, to get more of the ball, and as well try to get the difference here?
Yes, I think as he has indicated, to try to play short, not long balls. Because long balls, you know that whenever it goes, it's for the two. Either the opposition will get it, and the opposition will be facing. They have higher chances of getting it. So it's very, very important to realize that. Yeah,
definitely. And your predictions still in play, still looking good. The one is good. And as we were just about to switch over back to Baba Fields, well, still 0-0. Highlanders playing against NGEZI Platinum Stars. Who can make the difference? Can Boso get those 3 points? Can NGEZI win away? Or is it going to be a stalemate? We'll find out after the 90 minutes. We're switching back to commentary where Stanley Katsande and Dalibebe will be with you for the next 45.
Well, come back to Babafield Stadium. The second half is about to start with NGEZI Platinum. All the players are back, and Highlanders now playing from left to right, and NGEZI Platinum right to left. Kudamahachi plays it all the way to Lawrence Mhlanga, who clips it downfield. Long searching effort. Prince Lovo trying to shoot, but again blocked. Kaki clattered from behind. The referee, correctly blows the whistle to give away a free kick. But of course, Lawrence Mhlanga arguing that he got the ball. He didn't get all of it. He got the man as well. Mongameli Chuma trying to delay the restart so that all his players are in the preordained positions. NGEZI Platinum with a free kick. Machangeta to take it. Posted away, headed away. Not a good one. Kadramin trying to shoot, but he was off balance. And this one kindly collected by Gwenya. Chuma beaten in the air, plays the ball into touch. And I think it came off a NGEZI Platinum player, so the throw will be taken by Kudamahachi. Trying to find Ogiden. Well read there. Here they come once again. Slipping it through. Gaki collects. Gets past one man. Good looking chance. The cross inside the area. The goalkeeper takes it away. And the ref has blown the whistle to award a free kick to the Highlanders. A goalkeeper who was impeded. And, the NGEZI Platinum player is still down. A bit of commotion in there. Rather some clever play by Marvin Gaki. And the goalkeeper under pressure from Zarevi. But what are they complaining about? Not necessary at all. He has every right to be there because the ball was played. The whistle is gone, which is quite correct.
Yeah, so what more do you want the referees to do?
Surely you can't just allow an opponent to play the ball. You come in and apply pressure, but that wasn't malicious.
Players for you.
Yeah. They create a situation. That's why maybe they say it's always difficult to play away from home, because the players will be like this and the crowd will be joining in and you get disoriented. You won't play your normal game.
Oh, true that.
Gwenya clips it long. Good header. Away from danger. And Murasiranwa had to time his run correctly. The ball nearly bouncing over him. Yes, praise Machangete. Madananga losing possession. Picked up by Nzovu. Longameli Chuma. Queuing up a shot. Wow, that was a well-struck effort. Jerking the crowd off their seats expecting a goal, but it wasn't to be. But a good shot nonetheless by the Highlanders strike, and you can see the mascot there enjoying himself. That was close.
Very close. And it is the proper thing to do when you do get the chance. Take that shot at goal. But he has to learn to lean over the ball and follow through. Then he will keep it down.
Yeah, I think he will continue to practice until he gets a good hang of it. There's the Platinum. Time around thwarted, but there's a player lying injured. The Highlanders player. The last thing we want to see is the game degenerating into let's look at that again. Two players down. Another NGEZI player is also on his back. Is that following the clash of heads? And the Mutogzi are taking the occasion to pass on some instructions through Machangete.
Disciplined approach by NGEZI.
Yeah.
Very compact and well disciplined.
And again, this stoppage, we hope that there's nothing serious to have the player concerned substituted. Benjamin Marwari would like to make a tactical substitution.
Strategizing.
They're strategizing on what to do if we have to pull this player out. Who comes in? At the shot there of
off the ball.
Beckham Nzovu. Oh yeah, it's an off-ball incident. Zabareli, I think, is up and about. No, he's still being attended to. Yeah, taking selfies time, and the action has been stopped. That's the great Madinda Ndlovu, elder brother to Peter and the late Adam. And the trio played for Zimbabwe, and I remember one of their best games was against Malawi.
And the Highlanders CEO there.
That's the Highlanders CEO, clad in his club colors.
Denzel Mkanja.
Mr. Denzel Mkanja. The DJ enjoying himself.
He's feeling it.
Yeah, he's feeling it. There's here's Ndlovu. Prince getting past one man. Not a second. Katumba in attendance. The ball runs over the byline. The ref has got his cut off. Flashed over Katumba. Yeah, he's being forced to take some action.
Difficult call.
Yeah, maybe the hand, but it's more like feeling the opponent.
Yeah, difficult call.
Yeah. It could have been a free kick, but I don't think a yellow card. The card was taking it too far. Ezra Chisa Slanda, a radio and television personality based here in Bulawayo. Quinjo and Katumba. Beva ready to cross the ball inside the area. Going for goal. Fooling everyone, but not the NGEZI Platinum player. Corner kick to Highlanders. This time I think Prince Ndlovu wants to take it. He's an honest guy, keeping it in the corner arc. This is in the quadrant, yeah. This time around he couldn't do it because the assistant referee is on his side. Yeah, so he has to stick to the rules. Tama recording the occasion. Beva brings in a good ball inside the area. It's played away. Inside the box. Danger. Mrasrama punches it away. Another long clearance. And finally guided back to the goalkeeper Ngwenya, who has to clear in a hurry. Because NGEZI Platinum are piling on the pressure here. They never allow you to play without pressure. Madananga, well read by Andrew Mbeva, out of play for a throw in. He was trying to find his captain there. Kodramin. Backwards. Injure forward. Hit it away by Gaki, but doesn't get very far. Ball played through. Highlanders with Odiegan fighting for possession. He wins it. Back again to the Nigerian youngster. Lands it through. This is a wonderful opportunity, but Ndlovu doesn't have the pace. My goodness me. That was a glorious opportunity. News reaching us from other centers is that Dynamos are leading 3-0 over Triangle, and the Moors are down to Rentals. You know, most people say when the Rentals play, there will be 10 players, but they are leading away from home. Oh yes,
10 men here and down.
10 men Rentals. They know exactly what to do, but I can tell you that the Honorable Benza produces some telling passes from time to time, despite the fact that he won't be running that much. Here comes a chance now. Ball played through. Mongameli Chuma. My goodness, he tried to be very elaborate. Saved by the goalkeeper. Oh dear, he won't be very popular with these fans. That was a golden opportunity for an equalizer, Dalu.
Oh yes, at times keep things simple. Look for precision. You know, just chuck the ball behind the net.
I remember he scored a goal like that against Dynamos.
Yeah.
And it really announced his arrival into the Premier League. And look at what they're saying.
Really
he should have done
frustrated
better.
there.
Flick it over the goalkeeper. But maybe we should praise the goalkeeper, Mrasiranwa.
Oh, yes.
He did a wonderful job stopping in the most dangerous player, who is now taking the corner. Punched away by Mrasiranwa. And taken down by Katumba. And poor run there. This one running kindly to the near side. Kuli. Straight to the goalkeeper, who is in a hurry to dispatch it. Rolls it short. And there's run into trouble. Lucky for him, there's a teammate who picks up possession. Playing it through, looking for Marvin Gaki. Couldn't find him. Here's Katumba. Guiding it to the far side. Now Tanaka Munemo keeping it on the line. An early cross inside the area. And this one is guided out of play. Yeah, whenever this young Munemo is in possession, my goodness. This is the opportunity. Slipped through by Nzovu. Mongameli should have just played the ball into the net.
First time.
Took too long. This is Premier League football. He wanted to make it ridiculously simple. He didn't get the opportunity. Reason Spanda lined up for it in Ndlovu. The men to go out.
Yeah,
what's your take on that?
This has always been the Highlanders substitution. You know that if they are making a change around the 58th minute to 60th minute, Prince Ndlovu always comes out. No matter how much he performs, he will always come out.
Because he is unlucky. That could have been an assist.
Oh yes.
And because of Mongameli, who wanted to be elaborate, you know, the opportunity was spent. Maybe it's the chance that he failed to keep in play when he was given a chance on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
now Prince Ndlovu sits it out. There he is.
But I don't think it's good for the confidence of the player that he always knows that whenever a first substitution comes, I'm the one to come out.
Exactly. I mean, there's need for some man management there. He's still a young man, and if you handle him well, he will produce results for you in the future.
Oh yes.
As the ball rolls kindly to the Highlanders goal minder. The Highlanders fans are waiting for this deadlock to be broken. The anxiety grows, especially if they know that Dynamos is leading. Those are their rivals.
Yeah. For me, I think they should have taken off Rowan.
Yeah,
Rowan really having a subdued game today.
He's not, yeah, certainly is not his true self. The chance here. Bravery there being shown by the NGEZI Platinum defender. And this one rolls into touch. Throw in to be taken by Andrew Mbeba for Highlanders. Still 0-0 the scoreline as we approach the hour mark here at Barberfield Stadium. Mbeba pushes it too far. It's taken away by Madananga. That's a man who reads the game very well. Farai Madananga. Ball played through. But again, no pace from Smanda. Reason, the man who was introduced, Mongameli Chuma. Tumbeva. Turns in field. Back again to Mongameli. Turns one way, then the other. Trying hard. to get his game to flow. And this one rolls kindly into touch. She sees the funny side of it.
Yeah, but I think Mongameli must learn to keep it simple at times.
Correctly. If he can keep it simple, he's an immensely talented player. There is Mthokozhiwa passing on the instructions to arguably his best player on the pitch, the evergreen Madananga, as we see the captain there, Quadramin, weaving his way past our opponents. Right, substitutions. Malvin Gaki, Quadramin, and Farai Madananga. Adam Ngwena, one of the players brought in, Murasiranwa. And then we'll see that Edison McDonald is the other player who came on. Mukumba, the man who started on the bench. Madananga, yes, not one of them. Still in the side. I would have asked Mthokozhiwa on why he benched Madananga, and I'm busy praising the young man. He's going to question my understanding of the game. Here's Katumba now. There's the Platinum playing a very disciplined game here. Zoarevi Orlando trying to get past Mbeva. Not many players can afford to do that. Mukumba marvelous with a no-look pass. Again Mukumba comes back to Zawarevi, brings in a good-looking cross into the center, cleared away by Highlanders. Yeah, NGEZI Platinum have built their success on a solid defense. Rizim Sibanda being harassed unfairly, so it's a free kick. And Benjanu Marwari looking downfield to see if there are any more changes that he could make, because Mthokozhiwa has responded. He must have seen something that needs his attention. Machangete proving to be very strong. Goal kick to NGEZI Platinum. In a goalless situation, 63 minutes played at Babafield Stadium. It's posted long away. Mongameli, Nkuli. And once again, Rizin Sibanda couldn't fasten onto that pass. And, I think the whistle had gone for offside.
Fiso Siziba.
Yeah, Fiso Siziba.
Having a word or two.
Always. He's been around for quite a long time, knows everything about football. Mukumba exchanging passes with Madananga. Mukumba to Katumba, but fails. This one is taken up now. Swanda cuts inside, lays it through. Chance for Mongameli Chuma to redeem himself. Tried to go down, try and fool the referee, didn't work. Ball played through. The substitute latches onto it, Edson McDonald. Wonderful shot, but it's taken away. My goodness. This young boy, I mean, we'll be talking a lot about him.
Yeah.
It clearly shows that he's on the threshold of a very exciting footballing career. Tanaka Munemo, that was a full-blooded effort, but the goalkeeper washed it all the way. It's very difficult, for a young player to have such a technique.
And the confidence.
Yeah, the confidence, keeping it low and on target.
Yeah.
And again, Gwenya washed it all the way and made it look easy. Mtanga guiding it backwards. Nkuli Nyerere lays it from Sanga to go forward. Nyerere once again posting it forward. The flick didn't come out well. The crowd is not happy. Oh, this is a golden opportunity. Sliding tackle, the shot from Mongameli Chuma! What a sliding tackle. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff indeed from the defender. My goodness me. And changes are ringing. Looks like Akim is coming on and Roy Nyamono is calling it a day. Take us through that change, Dalu.
I think this substitution was long overdue. This is the first substitution that was supposed to be done. Like I said, Royano had a subdued first half, and even his second half was more subdued again. So right call by the technical team there.
Yes, indeed. Benjamin Marwari putting in a fresh pair of legs as the shot comes in. And chance here for Highlanders, but acrobatic clearances. Highlanders piling on the pressure. NGEZI Platinum standing firm. Munemo heading it backwards. And then Mongameli Chuma has a touch. Picked up by Kudamahachi. Turns away from his marker. Plays it to the wrong man. But in any case, he was fouled by his opposite number. Chance here for Mongameli Chuma, but what a clearance there. This was good timing. Looked like Quinjo, was it?
Oh yes, it was.
Great play there from the man who replaced the captain, Leslie Kaskigu. Free kick. Oh, miscued clearance. Creates problems there for NGEZI Platinum. But finally cleared away. Out of danger. Highlanders now turning on the screw. That's another foul. McDonald, the guilty party. I'm sure the referee will come over now. This is a very crude tackle on Darlington there. He went in with his hand. Surely this is even worth a yellow card.
Yeah,
I don't know what the referee saw, but a replay clearly shows that the player went in leading with his hand. That's what created the problem. Ntanga to Nyerere. Again headed away. Zawarevi having to drift back in defense. You are demanding that everybody should participate. Mongameli Chuma collects. Tries a cross. He's looking for a corner kick and gets it. He finally got a yellow card. McDonald, delayed reaction by the referee there.
Oh yes.
I thought that he had forgotten about him.
Ninth corner kick for Highlanders.
Yeah. And this one again defended well by the goalkeeper. Murasiranwa. And of course, Benjamin Marwari, pensive. He knows that he can't afford another goalless draw. Highlanders should start picking up points. Madananga is the first to arrive. Very strong on the ball. Rolls it. Now Highlanders under pressure. Ball played through onto the near side here as they go forward. Quinjo. Katumba. Playing it on the far side. Munem once again. He has got the pace and the skill, but the ball runs out. And it's a goal kick. And the Mutuaguziwa knows that if he had managed to keep the ball in play, that would have been a golden chance. Here's Mtanga. He's getting it backwards. He plays a very simple game. He doesn't want to do much. He hasn't been overlapping, but making sure that, he maintains his positional discipline. The ball goes out of play. For Madamburo's throw, Mongameli Chuma really struggling to stamp his authority in this game here. We expected much from him, but I'm sure NGEZI Platinum were aware. So they made sure that he doesn't dominate. Madananga now, he's seeing the headlines tomorrow. That a Thunderbolt, Madananga Thunderbolt wins the game for NGEZI. That is not to be.
He should have tried with his left foot.
Yeah. And in any case, that was too far. Gariri playing it forward. The Islanders defense standing firm. Quinjo heads it away. Zavarevi to Mahachi. Doesn't want to keep the ball this time around. Odiogun, we've forgotten about this young boy. Being tightly monitored. Here's Munem once again. And Kudamahachi staying close to him and giving him no space at all. 72 minutes played, 18 to go to the 90. Murasranwa clearing a long one into the center. Neatly taken down by Pavari, but then he's lost it. Danger here for Highlanders. It's a good looking cross. The goalkeeper has lost it. And in the end, Madananga could not keep his shot on target. And here is the boss, Josh Ntali. He's now with us here alongside some members of his staff. Gwenya taking time to dispatch this one. I think it's time for Highlanders to start piling on the pressure, because the crowd will soon become very impatient there. Katumba winning it, but the ref has already blown the whistle. Talking about Highlanders piling on the pressure. Let's turn the screw and see if they can get something out of this one.
But what I'm worried about is the runs up front. I don't seem to be seeing any form of runs to create space.
Mrasrananga plucks it out of the sky. Madananga, very powerful. It's not easy to push him off the ball. He's a powerfully built young man. He heads it away. He finds support. Again, McDonald failing to fasten onto that pass. Mongameli Chuma flicks it through. Now Rizin Sbanda. Back to Mongameli Chuma. Tightly monitored. Zavarevi can take it away now. Equally skilled player. Ball played through. Hey, can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't on this occasion. And that young man must be keeping these Highlanders fans a bit worried, because the way that he's drifting into the box there is always dangerous. Gwenya finds Mtanga. Nkuli. Highlanders now trying to get something out of this one. Pavari. Oh my goodness. Not on the same page with Kuda. What was Kuda thinking?
Oh, maybe a memory lapse there.
Yeah, he wasn't concentrating, and Zavarevi is down. And the referee, Juan Lemanenda, immediately calls for the stretcher. So that, attention, my goodness. How, he turned into a challenge. Instead of just pushing the ball past the goalkeeper.
Just place the ball.
Yeah.
there. Just
That's what he needed to do. But the goalkeeper did well as well. He didn't go down.
yes.
If he had gone down, that would have been easy for Mongameli Chuma. So 0-0, still the scoreline. The flick. Confirmation of the scoreline. And again headed in the wrong direction. We are deep into the second half. 14 minutes to go. Change is going to take place. It looks like young Orlando won't be able to come back. And in comes just number 18, Tinashe Mavuzi. But he is another handful, Tinashe Mavuzi. Full of running, lots of skill. As Mbeba prepares to take a throw. He finds Mhlanga. Nyerere posting a long one forward. Taken down nicely there by Odiogon. He's now disappearing from the game here because he's tightly monitored. He was very, very prominent in the first half. Gwenya has this one away. Chance now comes through. NGEZI Platinum swarming whoever has got the ball. Mahachi. I thought he was going to produce a high cross. It didn't work out. It's finally cleared by Katumba. And finally, ball played through. This is a good run from the substitute. NGEZI Platinum Mbavuzi. And that shot is off target. Yeah, another look at Ezra Chisasbanda in a cap. Of course, Madinda on his left. Oh, lovely ball played through to Rizin Sbanda. Chuma takes over. Clearly tired. And even the Soweto end is responding with whistles. It's very rare for them to be whistling for the removal of Mongameli Chuma.
Yeah, frustrations for the supporters there. And like I said, I think at times he has to learn to keep things simple. Don't always try to do a lot of things.
Exactly. And this one played all the way back to the goalkeeper Ngwenya. He picks it up and prepares to dispatch it downfield. Lays it wide. Nyerere. Mhlanga. Clipping it through. Chested down, but then picked up. Poor pass. Beva will take over. Comes to Mongameli Chuma. Trying to find Beva, but he's stopped. Throw in from Beva. Nobody made the run. Clearly indicated that I should have hit somebody behind these defenders. It didn't happen. Mhlanga now into the center, but NGEZI Platinum, like I said, very strong in defense. Mukumba, marvelous, a lovely ball played through. Now he finds Tinashe Mavuzi. Mavuzi flicking off, and the goalkeeper has done well. Good save. McDonald came in late. The Highlanders are being forced to play the ball backwards. You'd expect them to be piling on the pressure. But NGEZI Platinum are a fearless side, managing to keep Highlanders at arm's length. Mhlanga clipping a long ball through. The header was done by Sbanda, but this one easily collected by the goalkeeper. Well, I must say it's been very good between the sticks for NGEZI Platinum. Murasranwa.
It's a pair of hands.
Very, a safe pair of hands. I mean, the way he commanded his area, the way he dealt with opportunities for Highlanders, it's highly commendable. Sanga goes down under challenge. And finally, Odyagon calls it a day, and in comes just number 17 for Highlanders, Brighton Mube. I think I talked about Benjamin Odyagon disappearing from the scene. There he is, taking his place on the bench after 81 minutes. 9 minutes for Brighton Mube to make an impression. Mongameli Chuma. Good cross. It's cleared away. NGEZI Platinum fighting for every loose ball. And this one rolls into touch. Yeah, some Highlanders fans with a word or two for roving cameraman there. Yeah, he's feeling the pain. I mean, if you look at these people here, you can tell that winter is approaching. They're all now clad in warm clothing, the same as us.
Oh yes.
But when I was preparing to come to Bulawayo, I didn't think how did my jacket. Now I need it more than I thought. As we take a look at some of the incidents in the game here, Zawarevi, who has since departed, being thumped to the ground. There he is. He was in the thick of things all the time. And some of the Highlanders players not happy with his attention towards their goalkeeper. Here we go, and yellow card once again. The trio. As the throw is about to be taken, and the referee flashing a yellow card there. I mean, if you were to choose your man of the match between these two teams, who do you find as the best player? I mean, for me, I was talking a lot about the youngster Tanaka Mnemo. Madananga was involved.
Even Gaki.
Gaki was also
but now substituted. Yeah.
He's since been substituted. I expected Highlanders to be breathing fire and brimstone. It didn't happen. Well, of course, the defense was quite good. Chinyerere as well as Lawrence Mtanga. Here they come once again, but NGEZI Platinum managing to play that ball into touch for a corner kick.
Performance analyst for Bulawayo Chiefs there.
Analyzing the opponent so that when they meet next time, he knows exactly what to do.
I think for me, man of the match should be Tanaka Mnemo. I think he's been consistent, especially in the first half and second half.
Yeah, for the best part. And again, this one, good control by Kumba. Madananga is another one. But normally he operates around, below the radar. Most people don't see it.
Oh,
He's a very useful player. But I think for me, yeah, I agree with you. Tanaka Mnemo has been causing lots of problems. And the Mutogos are doing a good job in molding this NGEZI Platinum side to become a very difficult team to play against. Achengeta losing possession. Danger here for NGEZI Platinum. NGEZI Platinum always come in with these tackles. Katumba, the guilty party. Free kick. A bit far. The referee just coming over to tell him that you're going to play according to the whistle. Mukumba and McDonald making up the two-man wall for NGEZI Platinum. Here is Andrew Mbeva. The Highlanders are steely defender. Posting a good one there. Into the box, nobody home. With 5 minutes to go. Still goalless. With Kudamahachi preparing to dispatch this one. How long will he play it? Let's wait and see. It's a long, long one into the area. Pushed away. Mahachi. Mahachi trying to turn away from his marker. He's forced backwards. Madananga once again. Ball played through. McDonald trying a shot from afar, but again he went underneath it and clearly had no control. It sailed over the bar. No problem there for Ngwenya. Caused a few frustrations for the striker. Just under 4 minutes to the 90. Flick header with the defender falling. Luckily, there was someone to make a clearance. NGEZI Platinum with a throw. They are going to leave it for Machengete. Long throw. Headed away by Pavari. Reason Sibanda fouled in the process. And Katumba is complaining. The mascot once again. He wants to see goals. Is he going to get any goals from his team? Let's wait and see. NGEZI Platinum once again. The Highlanders fans trying to give a good round of applause. The kick is taken and this one goes wide. Good effort, but unfortunately it was wide.
Yeah, but I think also they need to bring variety in terms of taking their free kicks. This one free kick that they just cross the ball and bring an in-swinger all the time. It's very easy to read at times.
Exactly, because if there's no variety, the opponent will know exactly what to expect, and they'll prepare for you.
Yeah.
So you're quite right. That's a good observation. Machengete's long effort over the halfway line into enemy zone. Beva guides it backwards. It was short. Oh.
Better safe than sorry.
Sure. He's apologizing. And the Highlanders have just conceded. But that header was good. That was a very good header. And it sailed past the far post. We are drifting into the 90th minute. Highlanders 10 corners to 2. Oh dear. And I knew that that should be offside. Some seconds before the 90 minutes. We'll soon be seeing the board going up, telling us how many more minutes we are going to play. Machengete shepherding that ball out. And a goal kick. NGEZI Platinum Madamburo. We should be quite happy with this result. If it ends like that, 5 minutes. A minimum of 5 minutes to be played before the end of the game here. Are we going to see someone coming up with a smash and grab act here? Madananga giving away possession, but he wins it back. Ball played through, but again The NGEZI Platinum defenders standing their ground. Kuda Mahachi, Mangameli Chuma. He's certainly been a pale shadow of himself. Now with the handling offense, he's clearly looking tired.
Yeah, because he hangs on to the ball too much, and if you do hang on to the ball, you will be fatigued.
You've got to be an immensely talented player as well to be able to, ward it off the opponents and do something meaningful with the ball. So with his frame, somebody should tell him in no certain terms, don't hold the ball. First time passes, go on, shoot when necessary. Yeah, what's the right? Yeah, and I think we're talking of the man of the match. Our contribution will be for the young.
I think Madananga takes it.
Madananga, yes, he was so consistent. I know the young Munemo was flowery, but Madananga, when it comes to consistency, yes, there is the handling offense. There is Mongameli Chuma complaining to the referee. But you are so close to the scene, he's seen exactly what happened, so he cannot complain. Maflas Mukumba, who came in the second half, did his bit. Yeah, he's a terrible youngster, but the end result is not there. Chuma. Cleared away by Nyerere. Comes back. Nkuli gives away possession. Nkuli being asked to calm down with the ball. Good turn. McDonald could not get past his marker. Long ball forward. But NGEZI Platinum standing firm. This one given away. Here's Madananga. And the goalkeeper can collect Ngwenya. Yeah, talking of Madananga, I think I've watched him several times. He plays under the radar, but when it comes to, taking a close look at what he does for NGEZI Platinum, he deserves this.
Oh, he carries the team all the way.
This. 3 of the 5 played. As the ball is guided back to the goalkeeper, Ngwenya, by Chinyerere. Ngwenya is in a hurry to play the ball forward. He knows that we have to get 3 points as Highlanders. Kudamahachi slips it through, but easily read. The free kick.
The Highlanders chairman, Mr. Msopele.
Oh, yes. Enjoying proceedings. You can see in the Soweto end there, the fans are beginning to stream away in frustration. They expected a victory here with less than a minute to go now. The young Munemo can't control the ball, it goes out. Full of potential, Munemo, alongside Zavarevi. These are players for the future. Who knows where they will be? They keep at it. Beva chasing this one. Unfortunately, too far ahead of him. And he concedes. I think they've seen enough. Can you blame them?
No, not at all. They were there for the team. They supported the team, but the goals wouldn't score.
Indeed, they did their best. I think they will take this result, in a gentlemanly way, but Mtiokuziwa doesn't think so. And the referee has blown to end the encounter here at Barbourfield Stadium. 0-0, the final score. Both teams tried to break the deadlock, but nobody succeeded. They each take a point home. But your thoughts of the 90?
I think a fair result. NGEZI Platinum came with a strategy of being solid in the midfield and solid at the back. and really denying Highlanders all the spaces to play. For Highlanders, for me, yes, they became better in the second half, but in the final third, those runs that I was talking about, the lack of creativity, I think, was their biggest undoing. But a fair result, I think, for today.
I think that's a fair result. Of course, NGEZI Platinum will feel hard done by Lady Luck, because they had so many opportunities with youngster Munemo and Zawarewi, tearing away from their defenders, but they couldn't produce crosses that were good enough for a goal to be scored. But this man, of course, will be very cross with himself for failing to give Highlanders the lead, because he dribbled past the defender and the goalkeeper 3 times, and it could have been 3-0 for Highlanders, who knows. But unfortunately, it's not the case. Final score here at Barberfield Stadium is Highlanders 0, NGEZI Platinum 0, as we cross back to, well, we'll try to see if Our Lady is ready with the interview. That's Sandra. We'd like to see who she's going to interview first and get the thoughts of the 2 managers. And in your view, what do you think Benji will say about this encounter?
Yeah, well, I think he has done very well, especially that he has picked up 6 points in the last 2 outings. And picking a point is actually a good result, especially against NGEZI Platinum that knows him as well. Not only does he know them, but they know him as well.
Yeah, they do know each other. And I think Mutuwe Kuziwa has done a good job. And of course, both sides needed a bit of luck to break the deadlock. The ball fell to someone who could not execute the chances, as we have to cross now to the touchline for an interview.
A story that could have been an atmosphere so tense here at Barberfield. It ends at a 0-0 draw, Highlanders and NGEZI Platinum Stars. But right now I'm joined by the man of the match, who's getting $200 courtesy of Lucky Bets. So you can receive your man of the match award. Darlington, what a game you have had. Are you excited, and how are you feeling?
First of all, I would like to thank God for reviving my career. I would like to thank the coaches for trusting me. The boys put up a good show. We tried, but it wasn't our day.
Okay, so in the next game, how are you going to approach it?
I will try and fight and get maximum points. We'll fight as a team.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that was Darlington Mukule, man of the match, and he received $200 courtesy of Lucky Bets. And now we're going to be moving over to talk to our coaches. We're starting with Coach Mutuwe Kuziwa from NGEZI Platinum Stars. Coach, big day, an away game. Do you feel like you achieved your goal today?
Yeah, a point on the road is good enough for us. Though we wanted the maximum points, we have been drawing games. We wanted the 3, but a point away is too good for us. It adds numbers to the table, to our points on the log, and we are happy with that going home. And also looking at the opponent that we've been playing, they've been doing very well, and also the hostile environment here at Barberfield also, it's been also very intimidating to players. Look at the players that we have. We've got youngsters who have never had enough opportunity to play in the Premiership. Now being exposed to this environment, it's good for them and getting a point.
Your record's still clean, 13 games without a lose. Looking forward, does that add pressure on your end and also the players?
No pressure at all. You know what? It's a game after game that we look at. We take a game as it comes, and we plan a game as it comes. Now that we are unbeaten, it doesn't give us any pressure. We actually feel motivated that our next game we have to do better than what we've done today and collect maximum points.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
So that was Coach Mutuwe Kuziwa from NGEZI Platinum Stars, collecting a point here at Barberfield. The fans came out in their numbers, a bit intimidating, but they managed to hold their own and get at least a draw in this encounter. Now we're waiting for Coach Benjano Maruaru, the host team. Coach, a big one this game against NGEZI Platinum Stars. Looking at the first and the second half, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, they came here with a very good plan. We know NGEZI is a very good team. It shows where they are. They haven't been beaten, I think, for the last 13 games. That shows you that they are a very good side. They came here, they were giving us problems in terms of their transition. They were like running all over and we couldn't cope with that. Let's hope we can go back and work more harder and try to win the next game.
Okay, another draw on the board. How are you feeling as a coach in terms of approaching your next games?
Of course, we wanted to get the maximum points, but we can take a draw against this very, very good team. You know, when you draw at home, it's not pleasing, but there's nothing we can do. We just have to go back and work harder and try and win the next one.
Okay, thank you, coach, and good luck in your next game.
You're welcome.
So that was Coach Benjamin Warwari saying that they would have liked to collect maximum points here at Barberfield, but the story remains they only managed to get a point from NGEZI Platinum Stars. So as you have seen it, the atmosphere was intense, a very good game coming in from the first half. And now from here, we're crossing over back to our studios to close us off.
Wow, thank you, Sandra. And it's a share of the spoils at Barberfield Stadium. Highlanders couldn't get the win, and NGEZI Platinum Stars happy to walk away with a single point as well. And what a game we saw, Coach Bex and Joseph in the studio. I'm still with these two gentlemen. That chance for Mungameli Chuma, probably the talking point of this game as well. He wanted to be the goalkeeper, and some would say he should have taken it first time, Coach Banks.
Yes, some would say he should have taken it first time, but I think he thought otherwise and thought he was going to beat the keeper, but the keeper was very late. And I think we also need to give credit to the NGEZI goalkeeper. He has been doing very, very well. He's one goalkeeper whom people don't want to talk about, but he has done very, very well. And for Highlanders, I think collecting a point against NGEZI, people might say after having 1-2 games in a row, they should have collected. But NGEZI are not easy customers. They are really difficult customers. And when you collect a point, I think it's good for you.
Yeah, frustration for Highlanders as well. But after beating Hard Rock, which was a game that many they thought they would have lost. But for Benjamin Marwaru, you really want a little bit much more consistency after getting your back to winning away as well. But a good draw nonetheless. But it could have been the difference with Mungameli Chuma getting the chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we would call it a good draw for Highlanders, from Highlanders' perspective. Because Highlanders actually have now gone back to factory settings, drawing. If you look at the log table, Highlanders have the most draws in the league. They've drawn 9 times, and there's no other team that has drawn as many games as Highlanders. And I think it was a frustrating second half for Highlanders. They came in strongly in the first part of the second half. They came and tried to dominate, but it was the decision up front, the final third, where they lagged, where they could have done maybe something differently. Had they maybe made the right decisions in prime target areas, as even if you saw that Mungameli
you also see on those shots that they created as well, and the shots off target and those ones that went on target and the corners. Good chance creation from Highlanders as well, as you're saying, going into the second half, as well as they tried now to free their players. You were talking before the break, on the halftime break about how they should approach the second half. Good approach from Benjamin Maro's boys going into the second half, actually creating those chances.
Yes, creating those chances, but it was a matter of making the wrong decisions. Like the case in point here, the Mungameli situation, he wanted to score in color. When black and white picture would have still shown us better. Which is not necessary. You know, he would have taken that chance. Maybe the first attempt, he would have buried that ball more on the near post. Because the near post, we saw a huge gap that he could have tagged in that ball. But unfortunately, which is one thing that I think Mungameli may need to watch in terms of his game. The end product. He does everything right, but we now need the end product from him. There's nothing wrong, yes, being fancy, stylish, and skillful. Yes, it's all good in the game, but what is the end product thereafter, which is what is needed? So Mungameli, please work on your end game. The end result, at the end of the day, you become a complete player.
Yeah, and it is the end product that matters definitely. And NGEZI Platinum Stars retained an unbeaten run as well, going away. Now almost the only team that has not been beaten so far, and the Premiership now moving to 3rd place on the log table, slowly crawling through and coming up towards the challenge now with Hard Rock and Caps United, which are the teams on top as well. And that was a very good draw for them. Unfortunately, we don't really have much time. And just looking at other results all over match day 13, we have Moors who lost to Rangers at Ngoni Stadium by single goal to nil. And it was Dynamos fans who celebrated more by 3-0 win when they played at Rufaro Stadium against Triangle. And at Baba Fields, it was a nil all draw. And gentlemen, it was a pleasure to have you in the studios. It was a beautiful game as well as we saw. And the Warriors will be playing in the Unity Cup as we go towards the Unity Day celebrations. Looking forward to see the Warriors at the world stage.
Yes, definitely. We're looking forward, and I think it's good that we used to say the FIFA window, there's nothing for Zimbabwe.
Yep.
There's
Yes.
nothing for Zimbabwe.
Yes.
But of late, we know that there are games which are being organized, and now more international, where we play in Europe. That, to me, I think we need to give credit to the FIFA board and everyone involved with their secretariat in organizing things like this.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, Coach Bax, for being with us as well as Joseph Kani. It has been a pleasure, and you were watching the Castle Lager Premiership right here live on ZBC Sports. Remember, we continue to give you much more of these games coming through as the season heats up, as we are actually building also to the FIFA World Cup, which is coming very soon to your screens. And my name is Maxwell Mandejiza. It has been a pleasure, and from the crew behind the scenes, we'll see you next weekend with more Premier League action. But for now, it's a goodbye.